Well, that vault door is opening, and it can only mean one thing. It's Fallout Friday. Hello, everyone. Hello, players. How's everybody doing today? Welcome back. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to War Games News Radio for another episode of A Fistful of Neutrons, a Fallout 2D20 live adventure. My name is Ryan, your overseer for this game and host of War Games News Radio. Blah, blah, blah. What's the name of our channel? What's this?
I don't even remember.
99%
What are these things? What do they even do?
here.
What is it? It doesn't matter. We are back. We are War Games News Radio. We are here. You are here as well. And it's super great to have everyone back here for episode 19 of our live play campaign using the Fallout 2D20 system by Modiphius Entertainment. We're live on YouTube and Twitch every other Friday. And a big thank you to everyone for tuning in tonight. We had a couple notes there. We've had some microphone issues in the past here, so I want to make sure. How are we doing? Shroud, you were saying we were having some microphone levels. How's everybody doing? Hello.
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 I should have gone low. Hello.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
We just lost all of our subscribers.
That's it. Yeah, we're now negative 15 subscribers for that. It's great to see everyone back here today. Let us know if we're having any, technical snafus down there in the comments section. But I think we're going to be rocking and rolling today. We are nearing the end of our first season of the show, and a huge thank you to all of you wonderful Wastelanders who keep coming back
Thanks, guys.
week after week, watching the shows on replay, getting in on Twitch. What's up, Twitch crowd? We got 2 human beings on Twitch tonight. That's
Hey.
almost a record. But YouTube, we've got so many great fans here. We got Vine Rank the Quiet, you have returned. Shroud, you're here. You're looking great. Vault Viking, great to see you once again. And George Keith, all kinds of friends. Escorpy, I still don't know how to say your name, dude or dudette, but I think we're getting
Ice Scorp?
Icecorp? You Scorp? We all Scorp?
We all Scorp?
I Scorp at
Do we
regardless.
though?
Do we though? It's great to see everybody back here today. If you haven't subscribed already, if you're just checking us out for the first time, then log on. Follow us for all kinds of Fallout 2D20, Wasteland Warfare, Skyrim Sundays are going to be coming back next month, I think is the plan. We've got a new subscriber. Thank you for joining in. Virank, you have arrived. Thank you. And we've got all kinds of new battle reports coming up. One between me and Justin, which we filmed a couple weeks ago, which is going to be coming later this month, if I can get some time to sit down and actually edit the damn thing. Lots of fun. So make sure you're subscribed and all that fun stuff. And of course, we are still raising funds for humanitarian aid efforts in Ukraine. You can see the bar down at the bottom of the screen there. We are just this close of reaching our 5th or 6th goal in this fundraiser already. $12.50. We're $11 shy. So if everybody currently watching donates $2 or $1, if everyone here donates $1 today, we've reached our limit. So consider doing that if you can. We've also, the larger, just so everyone gets a bit of an idea of how big of an influence and big of a difference this campaign has made. There is, if you look now at the bar, you will see the full Project Hope the full Project Hope fundraiser, which is now at what, $17,000, 16,443, and that's all going to be matched, or at least a good portion of it is going to be matched.
You guys are incredible. So awesome.
So everybody, you're doing an amazing job. So if you can consider going ahead and doing a little bit of a donation there. It's all going to a great cause. Follow Fallout for Hope. That's a tongue twister on Instagram and all of their social medias to follow all of the amazing work that they're doing there, because it's just outstanding. So it's great to see you folks visiting us here today. We're going to play some awesome games for you folks. You'll notice that we're all finally wearing our lovely branded gear. If you want to get your hands on some WGNR swag, then you can check out links down below. But if you're going to spend any money this stream, please consider spending it on Fallout 4 Hope. But we're going to get right into the action in just a moment here. You can, of course, find all of our fun subscriptions and all of our social media handles. We're very active on our Discord, so come in, drop in, say hi down below. And you'll also notice in the middle of our stream screen, we started using the Fantasy Grounds VTT, which is a lot of fun, and it stands for Virtual Tabletop. They've got all kinds of Fallout, D&D, Pathfinder, you name the game system, they've got it on there. They're bringing lots more Modiphius stuff online as well. I don't think they've got Actung Cthulhu there yet, but I believe it is coming. I also believe we have lost Justin, Moose Internet. We'll wait for him to come back before we really get going. But luckily, I've got one more announcement before we get going. So if you want to check out Fantasy Grounds, then please do. They've been so kind as to let us demo this software, and it's a lot of fun. It is no shit an overseer's dream. It's made my life so much easier in the 3 sessions that we've used it. So very happy to have it with us. Content warning as always before we get going. The world of Fallout can deal with some icky things from time to time. We avoid going to any particularly dark places, but just so you know, there is likely to be some violent, mature subject matter and fucking swears in our stream. So you have been warned. If you think that the post-apocalypse is not the kind of place you want to get down with on a Friday night, then maybe this isn't the stream for you. But if you're here now, that gives me a pretty good reason to think that you are our kind of people, and our kind of people are here to play a game. So once we get Justin back, and once I can just keep vamping like this, which is so fun, and you couldn't, until I brought it up, you didn't even notice that I was filling time. Mysterious Donors online. We are over the goal. The Mysterious Donors strike again. They keep showing up. I don't know who they are, but they've dropped. I think they've been helping us push to nearly like half of our goal now. With a look at that, we are up over the goal. Everything we get here tonight from this point on is all gravy on top. We're gonna have to push this up. You guys are too generous. We're gonna have to keep jacking it up. So hopefully you guys can and gals can keep donating, digging deep as we keep going on this, which brings me to my final announcement, which is that there is another giveaway, which I'm going to post here in the live chats in just a moment. The fine folks at Fallout for Hope aren't just raising funds for Ukraine. They're doing all kinds of giveaways here for their June's Giving. There we go. We've got those links there. If you want to win a Nuka-Cola branded, officially licensed Bethesda gaming chair, follow that link. It's open to the European, UK, and US markets. Unfortunately, us 4 that play this game in this stream live in Canada, so we do not apply. But that's okay, because we want you to win it instead of us. So this is part of...
we definitely want you to win it and not us.
Yeah, I don't want that sweet chair at all.
I don't want that at all.
Sweet chair. But part of June's Giving is an event that they're calling Voice-a-Palooza, which actually features notable voice actor Wes Johnson from many Bethesda games. You probably know him more as the voice of Fox from Fallout 3, or Sheogorath, I can't say that word properly, from Skyrim, Hamius Mora, all kinds of different of characters, Protectrons, that you would have seen in the games. That's him too. They're teaming up to raise money for Alzheimer's research. So great cause. It affects a ridiculous amount of people, and it's just a bastard of a disease. So if you can consider donating there as well, then please consider doing so. And check out that link to win yourself a sweet, sweet can, or a sweet, sweet place to put your can. We are still waiting for Justin to return. We're just waiting. We're waiting. It's Moose Internet. Justin lives in the country. Let me tell you a little thing about Canada. It's big. All right. This is a big motherfucker.
It's not like this big. It's like at least this big.
Yeah. Me and Justin live the closest to one another, and within a few hours, like an hour's drive, the distance, it's ridiculous. I live in the biggest city in the entire country. He lives in a town that was out of power for 5 days when the wind blew really hard last week. So there's like...
It didn't even knock any wires down. It just, the wind blew, and everyone's like, I can turn it off, I guess.
The electricity blew with it. That's how much it went. It's a city of 6 million people down the road, and Justin's over there with bad wind.
He came down with like a pretty severe case of wind.
Yeah.
And it rocked his world for 5 complete days.
That's true. Well, this gives me a chance to talk about something else as well, because I want to get the input of the crowd here watching tonight, because we are, as mentioned, coming to the end of this campaign sooner than later. We are going to be doing a season 2, but we're going to be taking a little bit of a break in between there, and we were thinking that a fun thing to do in betwixt the seasons, when we wrap up the finale, which this is probably going to be in 2 or 3 episodes time from now, depending on how things go story wise. We're going to do a bit of an after show, like a after party kind of thing, with a lot of you folks. So if if you've been watching from the beginning, have some questions about how the characters have developed, how we've come up with the story, how much planning or pre-planning or no planning in the case of some of these episodes have gone into the production of this show, the technical stuff, the story stuff, the gameplay stuff. If there's anything that you want to know, we're going to do a bit of an after show. So if there's some questions that you might want to ask of us in a way where we can actually engage with you live while we're not, doing 16 different voices and also trying to follow the stream and the internet and all the things, then we're thinking that it would be a fun thing to do. So if you've got some questions and you want to chat with us, send them to wgnewsradio@gmail.com, or alternatively, save them in your pocket for a rainy day until we come live and do that live show, and we'll have a question and answer period live as well. But if there's any burning questions you get between now and the finale of the show, or even after the finale, then send them to wgnewsradio@gmail.com, and yeah, we'll do it'll be more of a laid back, kind of just hanging out and chatting and going over how we've done the show so far. This was all a bit of a, hey, let's try this and see what happens. And it's clicked with you folks, which is amazing. So yeah, we're going to keep it going. And nobody's more surprised than us that any of this has taken off in the last year and a half, 2 years. So yeah, if you want to get a bit of the lowdown in between our seasons, where Justin's actually going to take over overseeing in season 2, and he won't stop trying to spoil it for me, and it's really annoying. So I know more than I should know, but oh, he's back now. Good. Speaking of which, yeah. The Borg are everywhere. Give me 1 second to get Justin back into the mix, because the Moose internet does moose. The Moose be moosin'. Moose internet gonna
Justin,
moose.
is it true that your internet is just sparrows carrying USB keys back and forth between your computer and Ryan's house?
That's correct. It. Bit by bit, byte by byte. Yeah. Oh, wait. And he should be back now. I think we've got Justin back in the mix.
Oh,
wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Please.
Refreshing.
It has.
And
I think we're back. Okay, we're good.
Aside from all the technical difficulties, we are the best Fallout 2D20 game being streamed for sure, except for when a bear attacks my Wi-Fi.
Don't say that out loud. Don't ever say those words out loud, because now this whole episode's going to go to absolute garbage, considering you haven't been here for the last 10 minutes. Not the point. The point is we're here now, and that's what matters. So, with all of the rambling and vamping out of the way, let's get into the show. Vambling. We've got the vambling out of the way, but we're back here now, so let's get into it. What was supposed to be a straightforward recon mission for the new California Republic has turned out to be anything but, as our gang of do-gutters now find yourselves in a somewhat tricky position, which isn't a position you're not used to being in exchange for helping keep the roads to Longmount clear for your newly minted trade route. The NCR had tasked you 3 with tracking down the dastardly deserter known as MacArthur and the remnants of Caesar's Legion, which he seems to be in command of. They've been ambushing caravans and traders in the Badlands around Boulder City for some time now, and being a general thorn in everyone's side, including the residents of Longmount. You're able to track this Legion group to the supposedly abandoned town of Granby, a place with ties to Grant's more shady days as a member of the Highwayman gang, Guns for Hire to the highest bidder. But instead of a camp of Legion faithful, you all found a scrappy little community of men, women, and even children from what appeared to be all corners of the wasteland, but of course not including Caesar's Legion. After a standoff with MacArthur, it became clear that you all, in fact, had much more in common with these remnants than originally thought, and offered them a bit of a safe haven in Longmount. But, unbeknownst to Yuri and Johhny, the NCR had also made a bit of a secret offer to Grant to clear his bounties way out west back in California in return for taking out MacArthur at all and any costs. A deal that, when given the chance, Grant decided not to take. But this uneasy truce between yourself, sure, yet. I mean, day ain't over yet.
Maybe.
After brokering a bit of a deal, potentially with these remnants to possibly send them back towards Longmount, a group of highwaymen busted into town, also apparently sent by Colonel Henry of the NCR to take out and finish these remnants should Grant not decide to do the job. They got the jump on both you and the townsfolk, and after a brief firefight, the highwaymen lay dead, y'all were a bit injured and bloodied, and the remnants began readying for a trek to Longmount. MacArthur, he'd given you his old NCR dog tags as a bit of proof of life, or proof of death in this case, and offered to help you in any way in exchange for some safety and provisions and settling down in Longmount. But these lines between enemy and friend seem to be getting a little bit blurrier all the time these days. The remnants offering to let you stay the night. MacArthur and his crew are keen to get on the move under the cover of darkness to avoid any other prying eyes. We pick up right where we left off. Sunrise is just a few hours away. Boulder's about a day's ride east. Yep, that makes sense. And Longmount, a few more days further than that. Better part of a week's ride. The remnants are gathering what belongings they have. It's pretty sparse, pretty, agrarian living here. Some tools, some bags, some children's toys, some pre-war books, all being strapped on to the variety of Brahmin that they have here that seem to be normally trained for battle duties as you've seen them in their warrior state. You now see there's plows being sort of saddled on top of them that, they're not going to be plowing themselves all the way from here to Longmount, but you can see that, these are actually being used as work animals, farm animals as well. And at the moment, they're going to be pack animals. We'll say there's a solid 6 Brahmin left in this pack. You guys unfortunately killed a handful of them about a week ago, but that was before you knew the full scope of what was going on. And to be fair, they did try to kill you first. So they're saddling up. You see the soldiery folks doing some sort of scouting, and it doesn't take very long for this wagon train to be ready to rock and roll. MacArthur comes up to the three of you. Gentlemen, it's I wish our meetings were under different circumstances. It seems things could have gone a lot different for either side had we tried to talk it out. But we'll be moving on. When can we expect you back in this Longmount? Must be honest, we're not usually welcome anywhere to be just rolling up without any sort of escort. What assurances can we have that they'll be as accommodating as you say they will? What do you do?
Indeed, you will probably arrive before us. Let me confer. And I turn around and I look at Grant and Johhny and say, Grant, do you think that St. Louis may be of assistance for this particular task?
Yeah, I was going to say, MacArthur, St. Louis is a recent migrant to Longmount. I'm sure by now he's started to get established. Please pass a message on. He'll know exactly what it means. Tell him I'm going back into the mine to try to fix the mistake that I made so many years ago. I may not return myself, but ask him to welcome you on my behalf.
You will know St. Louis. He is missing an arm, and quite grizzled man. He, in a past life, he might have been raider adjacent. He will be able to liaison between the town and your people until we arrive. He is to be trusted. There is also a Mr. Handy unit, Mr. Microwave. He might be of assistance to you as well. Carla at the bar.
Overseer's note: Mr. Microwave is currently in Boulder City, where you all left.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, never mind. Okay, I take that back. Rewind. I never said that. Then I'm going to say Carla. Carla is de facto mayor, I suppose.
That's fair.
And you also will find Hondat at the trading post. I would suggest that you and your people lay low some distance away to not arouse suspicion or fear until we return and are able to find a more diplomatic solution.
Hey, Mr. Yuri, could we possibly send Enola with the caravan so they could see that it's a friendly party traveling into town? Do you think that might help diffuse some of the tension?
Overseer's note: Enola is also in Boulder. You guys left all of your NPCs that you've collected for
everyone back in Boulder City.
Everybody's in Boulder.
I left it in my other pair of Boulder City.
Exactly. Yeah,
well, MacArthur kind of looks. He looks at this and he sort of smiles and nods to the back in the mine. He kind of like makes he's like, okay, I'm going back in the mine. Guy with one arm. All right. He's like kind of trying to take all this sort of cast of characters in. All right. If you say you've got friends in Boulder, we may have a way of. From time to time, we've had to infiltrate the city more subversively, without raising suspicion. I mean, it would be risky, especially given it seems like NCR is on high alert for us right now. But we could potentially send some of the slingers in to wrangle some of your friends, but there's no guarantee.
I think that would be too dangerous at this point. We are going to return to tell the tale of how we heroically murdered you. And I think having the potential for ex-legionnaires to be captured in the city would be disadvantageous to our story.
That tracks. It's again, it's not something I would have suggested lightly. It would have been a long shot to say the least, but I think that'll probably cover the bases. We'll having do you have any trinkets, anything, just in case there's any sort of. I mean, it gave you the dog tags. You got anything similar?
I take out my ledger and I go, this will be in good faith, MacArthur. And I write a little note at the bottom. I say, I explain these will be new friends, allies, guests, etc. Signed, Yuri Andropov. And I hand it over and I say, you take care of this. I very much need this back.
Okay, Yuri hands over, other than Enola, his most prized possession, I would say, his ledger. Okay, cool. He seems to take you at your word at this and prepares his group, and he barks a couple orders in this sort of broken Roman Latin, pig Latin, maybe we'll call it, and the sort of soldiering groups circle the wagons, as it were. A lot of the children are placed up on the Brahmin, and probably closer to 20 now survivors of this group after the highwaymen attack. There was closer to 30. Move move on. Their combat forces have been significantly whittled. There's only a couple of slingers who drive these battle Brahmin, and a couple of their archers, as they call them, their gun shooters. They're big shooters who are now on the road. There's only a couple of them each left, and they begin their journey. MacArthur looks to the three of you. Henry is anything but forgiving. If you get the feeling that he's on to you, you're right. And he moves and walks away.
Buona fortuna, MacArthur.
He stops. Oh. Right back at you. Starts moving down the line. Hey! Go! Yep. The once thought evil MacArthur seems to just be a half decent guy doing things in the wasteland. But he was Legion, let's not forget. He moves on with his group. It is getting closer to daytime. Let's just throw a random dart at the board and call it 3 o'clock in the morning. What do you want to do? Let me ask a couple overseer questions. How's everybody's health doing? Because there was a bit of a hullabaloo last time around. Yeah.
I'm at about a third right now, so Rifleman's got some... I'd love to wrap some bandages around these seeping holes in my body.
Okay.
Hey, why don't you let the medic help you out with that?
Yeah, please do. I'm sort of
If
shaking.
only we
here.
had one of those.
If only we had one of those.
Let's go.
I'd like to patch up some wounds here.
Sure. Yeah. Are you guys going to be doing like? Are you going to be like making camp, so to speak? Is it going to be, or like what's how long of a break do you guys want to be taking? We're going to grab some shut eye. What's the scoop?
A couple hours tops, I'd think.
Okay.
I don't want to. So Grant would share that he would love to be able to get into this mine if that's something everyone else is willing to go. He would offer to go by himself if no one else wants to come. But I don't really want to like do a big snooze here, because if the high movement just came, maybe there's more.
That was a question. That was a question that all parties had, and were unable to ascertain whether or not there was still anyone, whether or not you got them all.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't we let's take care of business here first and foremost. So yeah, we'll say there's a bit of a camp made. Yeah, you're able to find yourselves into one of these sort of pre-war huts farmhouses that the remnants have been living in, and you're able to make a bit of a camp for the night. So yeah, why don't we do a little bit of healing? Yuri, let's go ahead and give you what is it? It's a medicine plus
Intelligence.
Well, yeah, let's just do it. Open up your character sheet using the ever fucking handy what's the name of the thing? Fantasy Grounds VTT. Yeah. Pop open that character sheet, roll that beautiful bean footage. Let's see what you get. What is your target number for a medicine check?
Medicine check is target number. It should be 14 if it's intelligence plus medicine. High. It's very good.
That is high.
It's very high. As I hunker down next to Grant to patch him up, I'm just going to be like, I say to him, "What exactly are we going underground for? What is it that you are looking for, Grant?" As I get to my business, to my work.
Well, that one smarts a little. To be honest, old friend, it's a way for me to rewind a sliver of time to a bad decision made with good intentions. There's a locket down there I'd love to find, and it may be long gone, but a beast separated the locket from its once living owner. I wouldn't mind putting that beast out of my misery.
You're speaking in metaphors and similes. I will follow you underground, Grant, but I would appreciate some plain speak to me. What happened down there?
I sort of groan and like a gesture for Johhny to come closer to.
All right, if I'm going to spill the beans, might as well tell both of you. I was out here with Cutler a couple years ago. maybe more than a couple by this point, and we were looking for Cutler's long-lost love. He'd not had contact with Marion for quite a while, and got some intel that she, with some others, were down in the mines taking refuge. Cutler and I came here not on duty as highwaymen. We were quite close at the time. Went looking, and I went down one of the tunnels and found the mangled remains of Marion with her golden locket that I remembered from Cutler's stories. I believe he had given it to her. It looked like it was not done by a humanoid, but a beast of some kind. And I didn't tell Cutler this. I thought it best that he not know. That wasn't my decision to make, I've since learned, but he was not pleased when he later found out that what was left of her was down there. And so I think it's the least I can do to head down there, try to retrieve that locket if it's still there, and kill that beast. Don't know what it is, if it's still there.
This would explain the bad blood and him attempting to murder us.
Oh my God, that's an insane story.
It might have something to do with his attempted killing you. I mean, you also did like murder a bunch of his friends, but you didn't know at the time.
No. Okay, I'll nod at this and say, all right, I'll follow you down there. I've patched him up. 2 successes.
You have gained an action point to your pool, gentlemen. Put 1 because you had none. And Yuri, after your most recent level up, how many hit points do you heal per? I think it's like 7 or something.
Oh man, that's a great question.
It's your medicine skill plus your healer rank, I believe, or your medic.
Medicine skill is 5 and healer 2. So yeah, it's a 7. It's a big old 7.
That's a 7. Okay, yeah. Then Grant, add yourself 7 hit points to your character sheet.
Fuck, I'm a great cleric.
You're pretty good fucking cleric, dude. Yeah, it's not bad.
It's a fun game.
You patch him up. Grant, I believe you took a torso shot. And you got the classic like bandage around your rib situation as you put back on your duster. And a little. Yeah, a little bit. Whilst the storytelling is being told, Johhny, you happen to it's dark. There's not really much light going on in here at the moment, even with dusk sort of slowly approaching. You are able to, as you're taking a bit of a rest listening to this story, you notice that your Pip-Boy is and has been, but with all the action that's been going on lately, you have sort of neglected to notice that this is happening because your Pip-Boy is actually sort of flashing a screen that you've not really noticed or seen before, and it's flashing blue, which is rather odd because your Pip-Boy normally has this green hue to it, but at the moment it is sort of pinging and a very, very soft beeping sound along with this sort of like, old school DOS prompt screen with a flashing icon.
Hey fellas, something's going on here. Johhny kind of takes a little bit of a closer look to it, and he realizes what it is that he's seeing, and he's like, "Hey fellas, I think we're getting close to one of those Vault-Tec facilities that Trader Joe was telling us about. I still got that holotape loaded up in my Pip-Boy, and I remember I told it to basically send me a bit of a reminder if we were ever nearby, and it looks like we're pretty close to one of those places."
Sure enough. You take a look. Going back, I believe it was episode, I want to say 9, could have been 8. But for those of us who haven't been keeping track, including the overseer, it was the Trader Joe had done some bartering with our lovely Johhny Bottlecap for a Vault-Tec holotape, which showed some Vault-Tec locations. One of them, which near Granby. Opening up your Pip-Boy and sort of firing up this holotape, which was sort of corrupted at the time, but it seems the closer you've gotten to this one location, which was near Granby, which had given Grant some pause and cause for concern at the time, seems to be sort of its fixated point. There was a number of vaults. I think most of them were sort of to the south, or not vaults, but vault tech sort of beacons that were going off. Most of them to the south, but one in this neck of the woods was near Granby. The other is way on the other side of this particular band of range of the Rockies. But sure enough, you pop it open and take a look, and taking a look at it, you can see the classic Fallout map sort of look, and sure enough, pointing in the direction of the Granby mine is in fact where this beacon is beckoning, so to speak.
It is an amazing salient thought, Johhny. Fucking good job. Grant, when you were down there, did you see any a vault door or any vault tech remnants at all?
Well, I can tell you, not a door specifically, but we did some scouting, Cutler and I, when we were first here. There's not much above ground, and those caves, the mines, I think, were built into an old cave system, and we only went down a fraction. There was way more. There were forks we didn't get to take. It wouldn't surprise me at all. There were some of the mine shafts that had been made expertly well, probably with some pre-war technology. So I think that's a safe assumption.
There you go. Okay, so there's something leading you towards said vault, or vault tech beacon, so to speak. Is there anything? What is your plan? Grant, you would know sort of this area a bit. The mine is probably only like a click outside of town towards the west, closer into the foothills. Pretty nondescript. Just a sort of a road leading out to town. The mine itself proper would have been pre-war. Wouldn't have been in use anytime probably in the last century, when before the bombs dropped, probably more of an 1800s type of jam. But you would know the way, and the map would also be giving you that direction. Is there anything you would like to do before heading out that way? Do you want to grab a couple hours of shut eye? I know the rest of you, but I don't know how everyone else is doing hit point wise. I think Grant took the majority of that beating.
Just real quick, I can patch this up, and then we can just rest or move on or do whatever.
Yeah, I'm at 13 of 19, so I'm down a few points.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same roll on Johhny, just real quick.
Absolutely, roll that.
Oh my god,
4 successes.
Ooh. That's 2 crits. I just made you. You are now the $6 million man.
Wow,
You got metal legs.
Yeah,
amazing.
100
metal legs.
100%. Yeah. Okay. Johhny,
Cool.
full hit points.
Nice. That's what I
Easy
like to
enough.
hear, baby.
And yourself, Yuri, how are you doing?
I'm peachy. I'm 15. I didn't get winged at all this
Okay.
time.
Must be nice.
Yeah, must
For
be
the
nice.
first time, I didn't get shot.
Yeah,
While
no
these
doubt.
While these guys are healing, Grant is going to offer, I'd like to head towards the mine. I suggest they come and meet up with me. I'd like to get some higher ground, and I wish I had a better scope than the short scope that I've got,
Sure.
but I'm going to try to scope around and just make sure we're not being followed, because I really don't want to get trapped in there. I don't want someone coming
Smart.
in after us. So also, we got to get those mines back. We left some frag mines and we didn't. Did we collect them?
Overseer's note: when you
Sorry.
looted the bodies of the highwaymen, they had your mines. They had
Got it. Right.
been watching you.
Well,
They
thanks
saw
for
you
bringing them
plant
back, dickbirds.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
They collected your ordnance. You'd gotten the assumption or the inkling that they had been watching you for some time, and odds are watched Yuri plant them, which is why they didn't go off when they attacked town. So yeah, what was it? Was it four mines? I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
4 or
I
6.
planted 3, and then I kept one on me that I was going to use as a.
This
as
is
a
my
thing.
boomstick.
Dead
Yeah,
man
okay.
Fist,
Yeah,
like Miles Dyson in Terminator 2.
Exactly. Four mice. That's wrong. 4 blind mice. 4 mines you have in your inventory as well. And yeah, we'll say that in the half an hour or so that it takes for Johhny's many wounds to be expertly sutured by resident cleric Yuri. Yeah, Grant, you're able to sort of head about halfway towards the mine there, get a good sort of overlook of the situation. Why don't you go ahead and give me a perception plus survival roll, difficulty 1, because I think you have the thing that makes it can't be less than 1
Yeah. I think
when you're
so,
doing
too.
survival checks.
This is a perception survival. I have 1 success. with
Okay,
that.
perfect. Yep, you do some scouting, some sweeping. You've been pretty shooken up about this whole Granby situation. Coming back here, you beefed a couple of rolls and sort of missed the highwaymen following you, the Legion. The Legion battle Brahmin sneaking up on you, but you've got your poop in a scoop now. Again, sort of having the ability to sort of go and potentially right this wrong with this friend of yours from way back when, who is meant something to you at the time, and it means something to you now. You've got your Rick Tick back, and you're able to do a expert sweep of the area, and you see nothing. You get the very good impression, and it's very easy for you to decipher that. Looks like either the trail's gone cold, no one's following you anymore, or you got him when they first did the thing. And overlooking the mine, it looks exactly as previously left, other than there appears to be some sort of. There was a sign in front of it at the time, and there appears to be something now scrawled on it, which you cannot read from this distance.
But real quick.
Yes.
How spoopy is it? Is it very spoopy?
Roll for spoopy if you remember your spoopy stat. It's got spoopy vibes right now from where Grant's looking at it. It's actually not that spoopy, because we've got legit. Sunrise coming up, we got some birds chirping. Are there birds in the wasteland? Sure. Why not? It's got sort of that cool, crisp sort of morning vibe to it, early autumn. And it doesn't look quite like spoopy, looks more like redemption, baby.
Okay. All right.
And as you gang saddle up to the rifleman here now, you have in front of you the Granby mine. What do you do? How dost thou want to approach?
How do you want to do this, baby?
English?
I'd definitely like to go see that sign, and then see if it's easy to tell if there's any recent footprints, boot prints, cart tracks, anything coming in or out.
Sure. I'll give you easy enough. I won't make you roll for walking. You're able to get down to there easy enough, and take a quick peek at the sign itself. It is written in 2 languages, one of which all of you understand. Another one only one of you is able to understand. And guess which one? That would be Yuri. But in English.
In Anglo.
In Wastelander, it is scrawled across this thing in paint, but paint is, it looks like it's probably I don't know, berries or some shit all mixed together to make, some sort of paste of a sort of dark blackish brown color, which is scrawled across, do not enter, death inside.
Okay, that's subtle.
If you want to do any sort of investigation-y sort of thing down here, let's go ahead. You said you wanted to kind of look for tracks and the like. I hate that all I ever have to throw at you is perception plus survival. So let's try something a little outside the box. Let's do a let's mix it up a little bit. Let's go intelligence plus survival. if you're able to do a custom character roll here on Fantasy Grounds. Fun thing with Fantasy Grounds, you can do the default rolls, or you can choose and mix match stats to roll as well. And we're rolling.
So
Johnny's just hucking dice. What do we got here? Looks like
I did not succeed.
Okay.
Is this open for everybody, or is it just
if anybody just wants to give her a go, fucking fire away.
I was not successful. My target number was
Yuri.
Yuri
Hey,
is.
intelligence is kind of my thing. It's a
Little
very
bit.
high stat for me.
But
That's
survival
legit.
is not, though. So that's interesting that you were able to pull that out. Or actually, what is your survival? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, my
Doesn't matter.
survival's too, because I'm a ghoul. So my intelligence
that's
and
true.
survival target number is 11.
Well, I mean, not too shabby because you nailed it. Looking down at these tracks, it's dry. You see that you're not able to really sort of catch out as much as Grant maybe would have with smelling the wind, and 3 of them went that way, and I'm super awesome sniper guy. But what you are able to figure out is that there's Brahmin hooves in here. If there's one thing you fucking know, it's Brahmin tracks.
Yeah, I know a fucking Brahmin hoof.
You know a Brahmin hoof when you see them, and you can tell that by given the gait of the tracks that are sort of dug into the dried earth here. There was a good number of them, and they were all moving real fast away from this cave.
Weird.
I sort of wish we had asked MacArthur's folks about the inside of the mine, but that ship has sailed. So
you get the impression that it appears with with 2 successes on a 1 difficulty roll. I will give you, Yuri, that it looks like at one point in time they were keeping the Brahmin. It's either in the cave or cave adjacent, and it does not appear that
they all got spooked.
Does not appear that is the case, because you definitely would have seen that they were keeping the Brahmin much closer to town.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pass this
These
along.
are the things you know.
I'll pass this along and sort of unsling Sherlock Holmes and just check that it's loaded and geared up and say,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
you know these better than we do, so after you, sir.
I'm gonna drop a couple drops of gun oil, check the action, check my magazine, just look at Johhny, pat Johhny on the shoulder, look over at Yuri.
Let's go get in some trouble.
All
I
right.
like that. You move towards the entrance. It is sort of built into this rocky sort of outcropping. The door of it itself held up with beams and the like. It's for all intents and purposes locked. This bad boy has been chained shut as you see it. To gain entrance in here, you're going to have to either try to sort of pick a pretty substantial lock, or
I've got some lockpick skill, my friend.
Is it called a friend mine?
It is not. It is legit. I rarely get to use it, but I took some lockpick.
Okay.
This
is gonna be
as well.
Okay, good. That's a good thing, because this is going to be a bit of a difficult one. This is going to be a difficulty 3 lockpick test. This whatever security that the remnants put on this door, they meant business when they did it.
Okay, I do have the infiltrator perk, so I get to reroll a 1d20. Johhny, do you have anything perk wise for lockpicking?
No, nothing perk wise.
All right,
Yuri, do you? And maybe I'm making this up, but do you have a bobby pin too?
I have several bobby pins actually.
Okay.
Going way back to the library.
Yep, episode 0, I think that was. Yes, okay. So I believe the lockpick, a lockpick or a bobby pin reduces the difficulty of a lockpick test by 1. So I think you believe you burn it. I think you're supposed to be able to keep it, but I fucking hate that mechanic. Because otherwise, what's the point of having 7 bobby pins or whatever?
Yeah, I think I have a dozen bobby pins.
Yeah,
so
you can burn one to reduce this to a skill 2, and then Johhny, if you want to assist, whoever has the highest lock picking skill, give or go, and then the other can assist by rolling 1. d20 along for the ride. So you're only looking for 2 successes. Target numbers, what are they? Talk to me, fellas.
Johhny, my lockpick skill is 2. What's yours at?
My lockpick skill is also 2, but my perception is 4, so my target number would be a 6.
My target number would be a 10. Plus, I get to re-roll 1d20.
Okay.
I'm also a target 10. My lockpick's also 2. My perception is 8.
So Johnny's out. Johnny's out.
Yeah.
Why don't we do this? Everybody's gonna roll some dice on this. Yuri, you're gonna roll the primary, and each of you can roll 1 die as an assist, because I'm feeling mag-fucking-nanimous. And I've set you all up with a side quest, and it would really suck if I was just like, nope, door's locked, gotta move back to town.
Door's locked, get out.
Okay, so yeah, throw them math rocks. Gentlemen, you can go the modifier -1 on fantasy grounds, and we'll tell you the successes.
Success.
We got the 2. Johhny, why don't you throw some dice and let me know what we get, and maybe you'll get another action point out of the deal. You've already gained.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna re-roll that 17 because I get to.
You might as well, right? It's part of your perk.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Johhny.
Ooh.
Okay.
You hate to see it.
Johnny's out. Hate to see it.
I'm imagining that, like. Oh, there we go.
That was almost a crit fail.
That was almost a crit fail.
I'm imagining Yuri and I are like, each have a bobby pin in the lock, and it's like some weird 2-part lock, and then Johnny's just like cupping our hands delicately, like
It's like hand support.
It's that scene in Ghost, but instead we're all picking a lock.
Instead of making pottery.
Doing a train of each one holding each other's hand.
Baby elephant train.
And as the lock slips open, I just gently pull the chains and I go, "Unchained melody, my boys."
Oh, fuck you. That's good. That sucks. Oh, that's good. I love it. I love it. That's good. Okay. You have done it. The door is unlocked. You've gained a little bit of XP for doing a 3 difficulty test because it got knocked down to a 2. But no additional. Actually, yeah, you did. You gained an extra action point because Yuri re-rolled 2 2. So you got 2 action points in the pool. Let's keep track of that on your. Oh, it's already there on the lovely action point tracker again on Fantasy Grounds VTT. Okay, so you are in the mine. You open the door. And it is fucking dark. There is no light. It squeaks open into the inky blackness of the subterranean. How are you gonna go about this one, gang?
Yeah. Anyone have a drift globe? Just kidding. Wrong game. Is there any debris around that we can like try to light on fire somehow? As like a makeshift torch?
That is a great question. Yeah, absolutely. I'll say, yeah, easy enough. Yeah, you've lived out in the wilderness for 45 plus fucking years. So yeah, I think you know how to light a fire. I'll make it a difficulty 0, survival perception, survival intelligence. So you can roll for it if you want to try to generate some more action points, but you could generate a complication, or you can just say, yep, I'll do it, and it's done.
All right, I'll do it as an intelligence survival roll. And we're rolling. So
and we're
one
rolling.
Success.
Okay, that action point is up. Action pool, I'm sorry, is up to 3. Uno momento while I pull up a battle map.
Well, if it's pitch dark down there, what about the glow from Johnny's Pip-Boy? Or can we turn the brightness up to max?
That would also work.
Yeah,
100%.
Virik nailed
it.
Yeah,
I'll say easy enough. Grant, you're able to get a bit of a torch situation on the go. You won't be able to carry torch and have your rifle readied at the same time.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'll just take that from you, and I'll have Sherlock Holmes as a pistol in the other hand, and we are good to go. So does this mean I have to go first then? This is how we are doing this?
I got your back.
I'll go in front.
Okay.
I will have to take my shades off.
Are we doing anything in the what's the approach here? We're going into a deep dark cavern that one of you has been in, so I'll give you, but it's also been like, I mean, what?
Years.
pick a number.
5 years.
Okay, it's been at least 5 years since whatever happened down here with you and Cutler. So yeah, it's been a hot minute. So familiarity not necessarily going to give you much of a boon here. But yeah, if we got Pip-Boy on and we've got some fire, then I'll say that you're able to see probably a good. Well, it's not probably good, but a solid 10 to 15 sort of feet in front of you at a time. You're also not potentially the stealthiest of things down here in a place that's pitch black. So the light might be giving you a bit of a disadvantage. Are we? Is it gonna be quick? Get in, get out, or are we looking to do a little bit more Rainbow Six style?
I'm gonna let Rifleman set the pace. Really.
Yeah, I got a sneak of 3. I know because of the light, we're not visually sneaky, but I'm more worried about sound carrying for hundreds of feet underground here. So
okay,
I recommend that everyone we go as slow as we reasonably can.
Okay, sure. If you want to try to up your sneakiness, I will. Everyone could do a sneak roll.
Let's do a sneak roll and see what happens.
Let's do a sneak roll and see what happens. It's going to be difficulty 2, given the fact that you're moving as a group. You're moving with a light source as well. So difficulty 2 for each of y'all. See how silently you're able to traverse.
Oh man, this is going to go so poorly.
How many action points do we have in the pool right now?
You've got 3 in the pool currently.
So could we all take an extra action and spend our points?
You could clear the slate and each get an extra D20. 100%.
Let's do it.
Sure, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got Grant rolling.
Jesus, Grant.
3 successes. You are
Holy
one
shit.
stealthy dude.
Oh wow.
Johhny, not so much.
Johhny.
Wow.
Holy fuck!
What?
3 19s in a row.
That is remarkable.
What the
I
fuck,
fallen
dude?
2 buckets and they're stuck on both my feet.
I swear to God, someone's gun just went off, didn't it?
Oh my god, that is so bad.
That's the worst roll we have ever had in 19 episodes and 3 special holiday episodes.
Holy fuck.
This is like Lord of the Rings when the bucket.
19.
Wow. Yeah,
Somebody-
Pip. You're Pippin.
Yeah,
You've pipped so hard. Somebody please run the math on what the odds are of
What the
rolling
probability is.
3 19s on 3d20, and please post it in the chat, because as you begin to move, Grant, you are fucking like, this is all of a sudden it's all coming back to you. In fact, with a roll of 3 successes, one of them I think being close to a critical is a 2, not a 1. But with that many successes, what I will give you is this: you as you start to move through sort of the first chamber of the mine, we'll say we get through sort of this initial sort of area. Once you get into sort of the opening of seeing the tunnels, it starts to make a little bit more sense. You can remember now that there was in fact the body of these vault dwellers that we'll say that there was about 5 or 6 of them that you encountered while you were down here. We're pretty close to sort of if you're looking on the old map. I'll put a little thing here. Can I put a thing here? I think I can. We're still figuring out this program, but yeah,
granted, it's 1 in 8,000 that is possible.
So
Well, that's great.
Out of 8,000 ties, you were bound to get that once.
Hey man, mistakes do happen. I don't know what you want me to say.
Holy
Mistakes.
fuck, mistakes happen.
do happen. Yeah, okay. So right about here, this blue area, which should be appearing on all of y'all map here, was about where you found the body of Marion, Cutler's love. It starts to come back to you, and sort of you give kind of like a quick hand signal of like this away. And we'll say for all intents and purposes, the map that we have here is the way things look. But as you start to make your way through into closer to the what I'll call the central chamber here, Yuri gets a little excited. Looking around, and seeing sort of, this is a little spooky. You've seen a lot of things in your past, Yuri, but going into mines and dark, sort of creepy crawly places was never really on your list of to do. So you're a little taken aback as you're carrying this torch and looking around, and you don't notice. Well, you don't see it, but you hear it when you step on it. But it's the equivalent of Sideshow Bob stepping on a rake. But you step on a pickaxe, which the edge of it, which flips up and hits you in the kneecap for 1 damage, regardless of armor. So you're gonna take that. Ow. Because you triple failed. I gotta throw everything in the fucking book at you.
Yeah, no, fair. This is fair.
Yep, this is fair. Which then on top of that, it hits you. Sort of reach down, grab your leg. You shriek out, which is not good. The pickaxe then goes flying off to the right and hits an old mine cart, which makes a large clanging noise. The mine cart, the hit of the axe on the mine cart on its little track gets rolling ever so slightly. And as it's moving and squeaking its tires on the track, making an ungodly noise as it slowly grinds its way to coming into contact with sort of the corner of this wall here, and making a large metal banging, clanging noise as it comes to stop against the switching post of where it is. You've just made a shit ton of noise.
Yeah, I kicked the bucket down the well in the mines of Moria. Got it.
You kicked the bucket down the well in the mines of Moria as
good job.
The two of you, your compatriots, look back at you. Their gaze is then brought deeper into the mine as from the bellows you hear and that's where we're gonna take our halftime break for now, because it's pretty well time to do just that. The boys are down in the Underdark and things aren't looking so great. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone, on this first half of the episode. We're gonna be coming back in just a hot minute or two. We'll call it, what is it? It's 8:05 Eastern time here. So we'll be back at 20 after. Give us 15 minutes here for everyone to get settled. Go grab yourself a snack. Go grab yourself a bite. If you can, consider please donating to our Fallout for Hope fundraiser if you haven't already. If you can't donate, consider sending the link to someone who can. And of course, make sure you go and you enter for that awesome Noble Chairs Fallout Nuka-Cola themed gaming chair. One of you please go win it for us, because we can't enter because it's not eligible in Canada. But all of our UK, Europe, and USA friends, please get in there and go and apply for that. And tell your friends, we're going to be coming back in just 15 minutes here. So go grab yourself a snack, and we'll be back with the conclusion of episode 19 of Fistful of Neutrons. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Please come back.
Please come back. Bye. Tell your mom. That sound, the sweet, sultry sound of the ink spots means that we are back, coming in hot and live for the second half of episode 19 of Fallout A Fistful of Neutrons, our Fallout 2D20 adventure. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking around into the halftime break. We have returned. Thanks, everybody, for sticking around. We are back in action, as you will have remembered from just 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. We are still doing our fundraiser for Fallout for Hope for humanitarian aid in Ukraine. We've smashed past our goal again. We're up to 1259 now of our 1250 goal, so we'll jack that up for next time around. But if you folks want to keep on doing your amazing things and keep on donating, that's great. Share the word to anyone you've got nationwide. And speaking of nationwide, I'm going to throw the link to our, well, not our, but the Fallout for Hope Nuka-Cola chair giveaway into the chats again. They're on Twitch and also on YouTube. So go ahead and enter yourself to win that chair if you live in either the UK, Europe, or the United States, and go out there and win it for us, because
win it for us, boys and ladies and everybody.
Let them know WGNR sent ya. Speaking of which, we're back in action. It is June's Giving, I believe they call it, over on Fallout for Hope and the Project Hope team. So they're doing all kinds of great charity work. The Alzheimer's charity that they're doing right now with Fallout voice actor Wes Johnson is super cool. We were hoping to get involved on that, but we're gonna keep things going on the Ukraine front because there's a whole army of other amazing streamers who are doing an awesome job for the Voice of Palooza stuff. So make sure you check that out, because if you're a Fallout fan, like, if you're here, you're a Fallout fan, but if you're a Fallout 3 fan or even a Skyrim and Elder Scrolls fan, then you'll recognize Wes Johnson as the super mutant fox from Fallout 3, Hamius Mora from Skyrim, Mo Cronin from Fallout 4, the voice of Protectrons just out there in the world. I don't know if he did Fisto from New Vegas. I don't think he was involved in that, but maybe that's good for him, because being the voice of a sex robot might not always be what you want on your resume. And
the position.
Yeah, assume the position. But for hockey fans as well, Wes Johnson is also the one of the announcers for the Washington Capitals. So great guy. Give him a follow over on Instagram and follow all the action from Fallout for Hope going on there. But that's pretty much going to do it for plugs, because we are getting right into the shit here on the second half of our episode. When we last left our crew, they were heading deep into the Granby mine on a bit of a two-pronged side quest that we've been planting the seeds in for this series, going back to like episode 3 or 4 or something. So the breadcrumbs have slowly led our trio to Granby and now to the Granby mine, where they ventured underground to do hopefully 2 things. Number 1, investigate a mysterious Vault-Tec beacon signal, which has been picked up on Johhny's Pip-Boy, thanks to a holotape that he retrieved from the Vault-Tec fanatic Trader Joe back in Boulder City, and also on a bit of a redemption arc for our main rifleman here, Grant, who has some unfinished business, let's say, in this cave after the memento, if you will, a locket belonging to our old pal St. Louis, way back when the two of them were working for the highwaymen. There's a bit of a love lost story happening down here. And so the gang enters the mine very deftly and very swiftly, picking a lock like it ain't no thing. And knowing that there's some sort of creature deep down below here, they attempted to stealth their way in through the first chamber, but that all went to shit when a 1 in 8,000 chance roll from our main man Yuri landed 3 19s. 19! All in one hit. All in one roll. It's frickin' bonkers. But that's where we left off. This is where we are now. You're not technically in a fight, but to get that juice flowing, I'm turning on the fight music. You have just heard a death-defying, terrifying roar coming from somewhere in this cave. Yuri, you have awoken the fucking Balrog. What do y'all do?
You fool!
Ah, you fools.
No. If you didn't want to come on this, Yuri, you could have just stayed outside.
As he says that, Yuri's going to be very panicked and hurriedly kind of shoulder his way past Grant and activate and toss out 2 of those mines down the hallway.
Oh,
okay.
And say, here's hoping they shall not pass.
Oh, okay, so it's one more time. So you activate the mines, and then what?
I'm gonna toss them down this hallway that Rifleman is looking down. I'm gonna frisbee style whip him as hard as I can.
Can I grab his arm before he actually lets go? Would you let me do that, Yuri?
No. I don't know. I'm gonna go with no. I like frisbee. I like frisbee grenade. You're gonna fucking frolf these things down the fucking way.
I'm gonna frolf these things. I'm gonna disc golf these things.
If you want to go PvP for a minute and try to
no. I'm not gonna try to fight him.
No. But if you want to make a roll to maybe like if you want to make a holy shit roll, I'll let you maybe try that. But I won't say out of because the die's been cast, so to speak. Yeah.
All right. Well, then I let him do it. I was like,
I sure hope that doesn't collapse the mine, preventing any further ingress, my friend.
Let's find out. Explosives plus, I'm gonna say it's a fucking agility roll. This is weird because like you're taking this thing and you're hucking it, right?
No, I'm activating the mines so that they work as mines, not like grenades. I want to toss them down the hallway so anything coming.
How? Okay, and
this step on these mines.
Okay, I'm on your page with that, but how far are you looking to huck this in? Because like, yeah, you can set like Fallout style. You set a mine, you fucking throw it, and it like hits the ground. But like, how far are you trying to arc this bitch? Are you trying to like?
I guess we'll let the dice decide.
Okay, sure.
We're gonna die.
Maybe. Give it a roll. This is going to be well. Actually, let's do it a little bit backwards. I will let the dice decide in the amount of. I mean. To arm a mine is to arm a mine. I will say you arm the mine. The roll will be for how far you huck this thing. So for each success, we'll say it kind of gets further and further. So yeah, let's let the dice tell the tale or determine how the tale will be told.
So you want this to be an explosives plus what?
Agility.
Okay.
You're not particularly good at either thing, I don't think.
I'm not great at either of these things, but like, let's roll some dice about it.
Oh, buddy.
What have you done?
No, Yuri is not coming through. That's one success with the complication.
How many luck points do you have?
I have 4 luck points.
I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Yeah, let's go ahead and use it. Let's burn a luck point on that bad boy.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah.
That's the worst idea you've had all day. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
And season 1 ended with all of our heroes getting pasted by a grenade that hits the wall.
As we fade to black, a hungry Mirelurk queen eats all of our friends.
Okay, as you can see in the chat, Yuri uses a luck point.
I can see it has been. It is now on Fantasy Grounds. It is official. Okay, so roll 1 d20 now to see if you can undo what y'all done did.
Undo the fuckery. Okay, so
Please
-1. We're gonna do that roll again. We're gonna do agility plus explosive.
Explosivo. That's more like it.
Regular old fail.
A regular 14, not a critical anything in any way, shape, or form, and that's fine.
So one success.
One success. I will call it success. Yeah, I'll say with that, you're able to get it sort of not sort of down this hallway too far, but ahead of Rifleman to about there. But you weren't able to get it much further down the way to block this egress. As you hear another, this time sounding significantly closer. What do you do?
I did my thing.
You absolutely did a thing.
Grant is. I'm gonna walk by the mine, not to step on it at all. I'm gonna try. I can see like the opening of a room sort of forward and to my left.
Correct.
So I'm gonna try to get on the other side of the mine, so that I can either shoot this thing in the ass or not be trapped out of the mine. If this thing collapses the mine shaft, then I'll be trapped inside the mine, which equally sucks, but...
Sure. So you're trying to get into that same central chamber then?
Yeah, I'm going to go past the mine to the left into this central chamber that I can see. It sort of forks there a little bit, but I'll go left.
Okay, yeah, you make your way into the central chamber, and you see a couple of things. You don't recall being sort of in this area. It's dark right now, but I'll say the gang has enough ambient light coming off Pit Boys and whatnot for you to get a little bit of what's going on. You see, you don't remember really being in this chamber much, because there's and you can tell that it's changed since then. This appears to be where these Brahmin were being kept before they weren't being kept here by the remnants. And taking a look around, you see, some tools, some things, it smells like bullshit, quite literally, in here. But you also see that there's like sort of a hodgepodge of sort of this pre-war agrarian, stable happening here. But you also notice like a number of overhead hanging wires and some sort of electric panels sort of screwed into the wall and whatnot, which you didn't really take much pay much heed to the first time you were here, but now it somewhat strikes you as odd. But other than that, not a whole hell of a lot, other than some Brahmin carcasses, some literal bullshit, and some electric who's its what's its screwed onto the wall. What do you do?
I'll keep going sort of straight ahead in the same line I came in here at. Looks like there's maybe a crack in the wall ahead of me, probably too small for a big beastie to get through, so I'm going to go kind of hide in the corner by that crack and just see if I can't see anything go by me in the bigger hallway on the other side of the dividing wall.
Sounds like a plan. You do just that, in fact. Johhny, what do you do? What are you up to?
Johnny's just kind of poking his head around. I think he's gonna follow kind of Grant's lead, cautiously kind of headed forward, sidestepping the mine that's several short feet in front of us.
Probably the best plan. As you make your way into the central chamber, you clock everything that Grant would have clocked here, but bringing the Pit Boys light proper into this larger cavern reveals a couple of things. Number one being these like, Brahmin carcasses and the like, which appears to have been rotted here for some time, and it also appears that like they're pretty well picked clean, which is interesting. But you also clock this, the electric who's its what's its on the wall, and immediately one thing grabs you. One of these panels, which appears to be like something along the lines of like a fuse box or something, strikes you as ridiculously familiar because you've seen this. You've seen these before. These are sort of panels and circuitry that you would have seen in Vault 86, and it hits you like a ton of bricks because you see the circular Vault Tech logo on it, in fact, as well. Yuri, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow through to like here, and when they say that, like, I will know that Brahmin were kept here, right?
Sure. Yeah, I'll say it's easy enough for you to, you take a couple steps, see what's happening in the central chamber. Like, there's like skulls and bones and like Brahmin shit all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look exactly Brahmin shit. I'm gonna look for, is there any like dried Brahmin shit, dried piles of Brahmin dung?
Absolutely, all over the goddamn place. This was a makeshift stable.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick some of those up.
Okay. Curious choice.
I'm gonna move down the hallway to about here.
Sure.
Oh, I'm messing up with my movements here.
Yeah, you're doing something. I'll just move you there. There you go.
Okay, cool.
I got you.
And then I'm going to lay them on the ground and light the dried Brahmin dung on fire.
Okay. Yeah, you do just that. And as you do, this sort of whole hallway here lights up, and you peep a bunch of stuff. All of a sudden, you see more of these conduits and piping and whatnot, which appears to now be like it's running along the roof of the roof and the walls of this area, coming from the central chamber, going sort of all any which way but loose. And on top of that, you light this pile on fire, and you clock this as well, Rifleman, just sort of out of the corner of this crack. And we'll say there's some holes and stuff in these walls, but as this chamber and hallway gets lit up proper. Right, sort of in the vicinity of this sort of blue dot here, where we've got our Vault Tech folks, the bodies that Grant had once located. You hear another massive bellow as in that spot, now lit up, it rears up on hind legs, one mangy ass looking Yaoguai.
I fucking knew it.
Roll initiative. That's a different game. Initiative just exists. It is.
It is.
There is. Let me open up. Yep. Drop that on the board. There is now a Yaoguai Vault Dweller. That's not right. What are you doing here? What are you doing? Tabletop.
Sit down from there, Vault Dweller. You are not a Yaoguai.
There you go. Yeah,
Yaoguai
there's
and
a
Vault
Yaoguai on betwixt yourselves and this pile of Vault Tech corpses. It rears up its hind legs and it is fucking terrified of these flames and actually takes like a legit step back. But it does not look super plussed at this. Rifleman, you're up first, buddy. I guess I'll give you the chance that it was here and reared up. You get the drop on this thing. What do you do?
I'm gonna reach over with one hand and gesture to Johhny to turn the Pip-Boy off. So that we don't get revealed. I don't think I can see from where the crack is to where the Yaoguai is standing. So I am going to try to hide. Can I do a sneak roll to make sure that I'm as
You're already
sneaky
sneaky.
as possible?
You triple successed on your sneak roll. I'm gonna let that carry over.
Cool. All right. Looking quick at my inventory, whatnot. I don't think there's a heck of a lot here I can do other than I'm gonna ready my gun and I'm gonna just be aiming for it when I see it.
I would say that you would be able to, like, with the light and with the fire showing up here, like, you would be able to sort of pretty much clock this thing. You could take a shot. It would be more difficult than your average. You're shooting kind of blind, but you can.
Than your average bear.
There it is.
Oh.
There it is. You could. Terrible. That's absolutely terrible. You could pop a shot off at this thing, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a difficulty 3 test.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm okay. All right. I'll buy an action point. I'm going to aim.
Yaoguai.
Yaoguai.
Okay,
you guys are terrible.
wow.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
This is some funny stuff, guys.
It's contagious, you bastard.
Okay. I'm shooting +1 action point. I'm going to aim. Can I see any body part in particular only?
You're not going to be able to aim on this one. It's you're putting your gun through like a crack. You can't even look down the fucking sights. Like it's blind fire all the way.
Okay. I'm rolling it then.
Roll it, baby.
How's 5 successes?
Whoa!
That's a lot of that's
Torso,
that's
main body, too damn high. No,
that works. It hits. Roll damage, baby.
All right.
That's so many dice.
It's actually not bad. It's only it's 5 damage, all of which is piercing. There were not any actual damage dice. It's just piercing 5 damage.
Wow, 5 piercing damage. This thing has a damage resistance. Excuse me, I can't speak words now. Of 2, so you deal 3 damage on that. Could have been better. Could have been worse. But yeah, still, I mean, yeah, not too shabby. 3 damage done through to the Yaoguai. Not too shabby. It is now this thing's turn. It has just been spooked the fuck by this fire, and then it just took a shot in the ribs. So it actually takes 1 step back. It is a little bit fucking perplexed. Yuri, your move has gained you a bit of time and distance from this thing that you are probably going to want to try to put to as good a use as possible. It effectively loses its major action and takes a minor to move. Bringing it to yourself, Yuri, what do you do?
major action.
Yep.
Put a mine down.
Put a mine in it. Yep. Okay. Sure.
Sorry, Grant. I know that you don't like mines going off in mines, but this is what we're doing now.
It's aptly fucking named. I'll give you that.
It's a mine in a mine. It's mineception.
We're playing mine games.
Hey.
Oh my god.
God, this is so bad.
I
Okay.
expect you're gonna let yourself out.
On this
You guys
one,
don't need me on this podcast anymore, eh?
you tell me what you're trying to do. Are you just trying to like now lay a bit of an escape plan situation for this thing?
I'm laying a mine exactly where I am, and then I'm bolting back to the room.
Okay.
Getting as far into it as I can.
So the three of you are all hunkering in that bunker?
I guess we are.
Yeah,
and there's
sounds
a
like a
mine.
plan.
There's a mine right where. Yeah, exactement.
Love it. Okay. That is what has happened. Johhny, you are up. What's the move?
Do I have line of sight on this thing from where I am?
You do not from where you are right now. Combat is at the moment not going to be possible to shoot this thing unless you would have to like move. You'd have to run, spend some action points, get like around this corner to where that mine is, then be able to pop off a shot. Your time on this turn is probably spent better spent not killing things and trying to do some stuff out in the world.
That's fair. Also, next question: where are these mines exactly? Like, say if they were to be tripped, could I get myself into a position to maybe be shielded from some of the blowback?
Yeah.
At this exact second, yeah, I'd say you would be able to, gain a bit of cover. Setting the trick with that would be you would have to be like in, you would have to be within line of sight to shoot it if you wanted to do it that away, which would then mean that you're probably not very likely to avoid its shrapnel-y blast.
No, I mean if the Yaguai trips it walking.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to not get hit by shrapnel.
For sure. Right now, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. Let's. I just want to duck and get into a covered position.
This room is a mine-free zone.
Oh, so we're all good where we are then, kind of.
Safe space.
You're good where you are right now. Yeah, 100%. So yeah,
Okay.
You've got your major action and minor action. There's some environment-y things. There's Brahmin-y stuff. There's these panels on the wall. You could do some scrounging perhaps. But yeah, other than spending some action points and like running headlong into this thing's path, yeah, it would be very difficult to get any sort of shots off on it.
Okay, so I'm not gonna try and shoot this thing. Can I do like maybe a perception check of the room, see if there's anything that kind of stands out to me?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, give me a. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, let's go. Perception survival.
Oh, sweet. So my survival skill is 0, so it is not.
Okay.
So that's
Cool
big.
and good.
And my perception is 4, so we got a big
Well,
4.
Now
Big
you
4.
have a perk though, which lets you
Oh, yeah.
swap luck for one of your your base
True.
stat, right? I can't remember
Johhny tonight.
how dost thou activate it? Do you have to spend a luck point to do it?
I have to spend a luck point, then it automatically switches my luck with my whatever skill. So
you could turn this into a 14?
Luck survival.
it would just be a straight 10 because my survival is 0.
Oh, because your survival is 0. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to tell the fantasy grounds that I would want to complete that switch. How would I change my target number?
That is a great question, which I do not honestly know the answer to at this exact point in time. So why don't you just roll some old-fashioned D20s, and we'll see how that works.
IRL dice. Here we go. All right.
Oh, actually, I do know how we would do that. Doesn't matter. But yeah, just roll some old-fashioned dice. We'll see how we'll do it. Clickety-clack.
Ooh, okay. I got 1 success. I got a 3 and a 14. So 1
Okay.
success and 1 fail.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you take a look around. You with that hit, I'm feeling magnanimous in defeat. I will give you this. You recall that those Vault-Tec boxes on the wall, you remember, let's come up with the name of a character from your vault on the fly. They called him Wrenches. Wrenches. He was the local mechanic in the vault. You remember one day way back when there was a power outage or a light outage in the vault, and you remember that Wrenches had to spend a good part of the day fucking around with something that looked a lot like these boxes. You surmise that it's possible that with some tinkering, this could be a way to shed some light on the situation, let's say.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna try and get that on the go. So
sure, okay. So you mosey up to one of the walls here and start fucking around with one of these panels. I'll say that you sort of would to do that roll, unless you want to spend some action points to gain an additional major action. That's probably going to tap you out for the combat round.
That's cool. Hey guys, I think I might be able to help out here. It's gonna take me a minute though. And that's my
in-game table talk, in character. I love it. I'm into it. All about it. That's going to bring us back to top of the order. Rifleman, what's the move? Time is running short. This thing's going to get a move any second.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot it again because why not? I'm going to buy another AP, please.
Sure. Yep.
I'm going to shoot it. I'm going to roll these big, beautiful dice in the game here. How's 5 successes?
You
Terrible.
fucking slag. Yep. Nope. That hit. That hit. Even with a difficulty 3 test, that hit.
Oh god. Okay. So I'm rolling just 1 or 2 dice here. Oh my god. I rolled. That's a big whiff of damage. That's only 3 points.
Sucked. You deal a grand total of 1 damage on that bad boy. Not great.
Yeah.
Not great, guys.
Only 3 damage total on that thing. That's gonna bring it to the Yaguai, who is going to take 1 move of its movement, and it's not the brightest creature in the world. It's dark. It doesn't know what a fucking frag mine is, and it walks into the first one. That's gonna bring its movement to a stop. And Yuri, why don't you look into your inventory there and tell me what a frag mine does, because we've not done any real explosive things other than the Molotov that I think you lit yourself on fire with when fighting the behemoth in many episodes ago.
I mean, many people got lit on fire that day.
Listen, a lot of people's girlfriends are.
How do you define lit on fire anyway?
Now, here's the thing, Overseer. My
Yes,
fantasy
please.
grounds, I was not given in my inventory frag.
I got it. I'm right here. It turns out I know what's happening. I know how to do this because this fucking game is awesome.
Yeah, it's all right there, isn't it?
Oh, come
by
on,
the
frag
fantasy
mine.
grounds, you're kicking ass. This is
You guys are
this
making
is
the thing
really good
happen.
stuff.
You currently have
Machine
2 of them
knows.
in your inventory, and looking at what the weapon does, damage rating of 6. Okay, that's fun. So I'm just going to go ahead and equip that into your inventory. So now, Yuri, if you go to your combat screen, you ought to have frag mine
Combat.
in your weapons.
Frag mine.
Roll the combat dice. You have it. It has fallen into your trap. That's
Dos successes.
Okay, that's good. I think that would have been to lay said mine, which retroactively, good job, you did it.
Great job, me.
Roll
We're all
those-
learning together
roll
here.
those 6 damage die, and please, dear God, fucking hurt this thing. That ain't not bad. That's going to do, unfortunately, just another 1, but it's better than none. This thing's it's got some hide to it here. Nor hide nor hair. But that is going to be its turn. The explosivo of that has shock and audit, if you will. That's going to bring it to your full turn, Yuri. What's the move?
Well, yikes. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just play it again, Sam.
Okay.
My minor action will be to.
I'm gonna roll some dice against you here at the moment too. I'm sorry.
Yeah. My minor action will be to approach.
Minor action.
The minor
Womp womp.
action will be to approach the doorway.
Okay.
And yeah, lay another mine.
Another one like in this area. Her.
No, farther outside.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll say you're able to with your movement, you can move, set another one in this neck of the woods. You would then need to spend some action points if you wanted to move away.
Oh yeah. We're gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to lay it that
I
mine,
have
I guess.
so many action points. Doesn't connect.
So I guess I don't lay that mine.
Not unless you want to try to.
How many action points do we got in the pool?
Well, you'd be looking at. You've already thrown the dice, so you'd be looking at luck points at this stage of the game.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll burn another luck.
Okay. Running low on those across the board.
Yuri spends a luck point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down to 2. So we're gonna
Great.
roll that again.
Oh,
Okay, that time.
there we go.
Okay,
Okay.
that you'll get. Okay, yeah. The mine is placed, and if you want to do a move, if you want to get out of dodge and get back into the safety of this cavern, then you'll have to give me some action points, but you can in fact do it.
Well, I'm gonna give you an action point, Overseer, because I would want to fuck right off right into the back corner of this room and hunker down.
You do just that. As we go to Johhny's turn, Johhny, you have a weird light switchy thing in your periphery, and you can try to get this thing activated. You are not the brightest character on our squad, but you do have some options here. You could try to jimmy this thing open and see what you can do with it. I'll say it's easy enough that you can sort of get in there and start, hot wiring some wires around. But it's going to be a difficulty 2, and I hate to say it, but it's got to be an intelligence plus. I guess it would be. I mean, survival feels like it's on the money, but let me just take a look here. Repair, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say intelligence
Yeah.
plus repair.
Intelligence plus repair. So it would be a repair roll. How do you want to do this? Prepare thyself.
Okay. I'm probably gonna want to buy an extra roll.
Sure.
I would like for this to work, so I want to spend another luck point
Okay.
and
I would love
replace
for this to work.
I replace my luck with my intelligence,
Yeah.
and I actually do have 1 point of repair skill, so my target number would be an 11.
Your target number would be an 11, which is great. And I believe if you're going to make this roll, what you have to do is in your character sheet, on your attributes, click the luck button under your attributes, and then click the repair D20, and that should assign the sort of the mismatched skill roll. So if you go into your main tab, click on intelligence, and then click the repair roll die, that should make your target number 11, and do that on screen.
Oh!
Snap!
Oh!
Holy
Nailed it.
shit!
Yeah, baby.
Look at you, almost triple success that. Almost triple stamp the double stamp.
You can't triple stamp, double stamp.
Can't triple stamp a double stamp. Okay, that I did not see this coming. I'm not going to lie. You get in there and it's less finesse than it is blind fucking luck. But you're a lucky guy. So it
As
kind of
is tradition.
all tracks. You're just like old school switchboard operator moving shit back and forth.
Beep boop beep boop.
Yeah.
I think I'm on to something here.
And as you do, and as you scream out, I think I'm onto something here, you hear something from way down in the bellows of this thing, further down than you heard the roar and the machinations of this Yao Guai kick to life, and vents and like just dust gathered all around the walls of this place. Like it shakes, like the whole place violently sort of just gives a one quick shudder as they flicker and they sputter and then they come on. It takes them like a minute because it is so damn dark in here, and all of a sudden it is not old school fucking incandescent bulbs or something, and nobody fucking come at me with how long a light bulb can last, because I don't care, because for the sake of the story, this is good.
Actually,
that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Actually,
Precisely. The lights come on, and you all are taken aback for a hot minute. You hear this Yaogwai fucking scream. Unlike you've heard it scream even when the mine went off. It is dazed and confused, having spent what you could probably imagine is the majority of its life, if not all of it, underground. I won't say you guys have to peek around the corner and do your next turn. You get a look at this thing, and it is fucking nasty. It is like, you've probably seen or at least heard of a Yaogwai here and there, all of you, if you haven't encountered one yet. This thing is not a big, gnarly looking bear. It is like mangled and mangy and albino, not in the way of like your traditional Fallout, big bad albino creature. Like, it is sickly looking in the grossest way possible. Matted hair and fur, and this sort of translucent, like, think of those fucking weird salamander things that live underground, underwater from planet Earth. You know what I'm talking about? It's like that.
I know what you're talking about.
It's like that, but a bear, and it sucks.
Or whatever.
Yeah. It's
looks
that.
like
it's
a glowing one had sex with a traditional Yaogwai.
Pretty much, yeah. And it's
great.
Not,
now that's my kink.
It's not. I hope this doesn't awaken something in me. Yeah, it looks gross. And it is. That was your major action. Is there anything you want to do for your minor there, Johhny? Good fucking job.
No, it's like Johhny, like at that happening, I think Johhny would kind of freeze a little bit. He's in awe of his accomplishment, and
I would be too.
I think it's just kind of overwhelmed. He's like, I did it! I fucking did it!
Aces, experience points, level up. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, very, very well done. Good job. That's going to bring it to the top of the turn. Rifleman, you have a stunned, bewildered beast. You can no longer see it through that weird crack in the wall. It is not stoked. You now are getting a glimpse of everything that's in this room, and it is just a fucking den of death. Whatever happened here with where the Brahmin were being kept originally was not good. You also see the remnants of some bodies of humans, which looks like the Yaogwai got on it as well. What do you do?
Just a quick question of my memory. Was I in further 5 years ago when I found the remains and the locket, or was it just like, do I think I'm close?
You are close. The blue dot on our map here, that is the remains of the vault dwellers that you would have seen way back when. So you're close, but this thing is kind of in the way.
Got it. Okay. So I'm going to move until in this room, stay in the room, move until I can see the Yaogwai, and then I'm not going to aim. I'm just going to do a crack shot on its head.
Do that, please. Let's go ahead and I will on the combat tracker. And I believe if you click on your token and then you control click on the Yaogwai, you will select it as your target in the combat tracker.
I'm sorry, I don't see the Yaogwai.
You don't see it?
No.
Yes, unfortunately, on our map, the Yaogwai is not showing up.
Well, why have you guys not been telling me this the whole time? I just
thought I wasn't seeing it.
I'm so sorry. Set always visible. There it is.
Hey, there he is.
Or
Sorry,
she.
my apologies, gentlemen.
Or she.
Or she.
Or it. It is a monster.
Can I fit through this crack in the wall here?
You know what? I'm just liking the plot of this story. Let's say you could try. It would require a roll of some kind. I guess probably like, I don't know, the equivalent of like an athletics check, like agility plus. Ooh, I don't know.
Athletics?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Agility.
What is your
athletics?
Target number, please?
Target number is going to tell me in a second. Target number was a 9.
Okay.
I rolled 1 success.
I will give you this. You could get through, but it's gonna take up your movement to do that. You're not gonna be able to get any further after that, and you're gonna be in a rock and a hard place.
Perfect. Okay. So I guess. Okay. Oops. I'm like adding moves here.
Okay. I'll just move you.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot that Yao Guai.
Please do.
Sorry, buddy. I'm gonna buy an action point again. Sorry, everyone else and myself in one turn when you destroy us with all your action points.
For those keeping track at home, I now have 5, and I've not had a chance to unleash them yet. That's a hit. Holy
that's
shit.
To the call, all of my called shots are headshots.
That they
I didn't
are.
announce that before,
Please
but I do
roll
that.
well. Please roll well.
Yeah,
do
tell me
some
about it.
damage to this thing.
Big
Fuck.
damage, big damage.
So
Hey.
6 damage, 1 piercing.
That's better. That's better. That's 5 damage. Normally that would be a critical hit, but this thing is I believe it's a huge enemy, a big, they call it in this game. So it actually takes 7 damage to inflict a critical hit. But you have with that piercing, luckily done damage. And I'm now just remembering when you rolled that piercing damage before, it should have negated on this thing to begin with. So that would be piercing 1. I can't do the math that quick in my head. I'm just going to say that you've now done.
I did. The first shot was 5 piercing.
Okay, that's better. That's better. So then there's going to be a 3 up on top of that, plus piercing 1 of 6. So that's 2, 3. So that's 5. 8 more damage done on this thing, bringing the total damage to 12. So that's actually you've actually done a good clip on this thing.
Yeah.
It is not injured, but you are now on the other side of this wall, having done a headshot to the beast. It is now the beast's turn. The lights coming on have denied this thing its major action, but it can still minor action move. It's a bit of a Yao Guai in a China shop as it goes running your direction. It's hard to tell if it's just running just because it's fucking terrified, but it runs into you, and I am now going to roll die for damage. That is its body just sort of slamming into you. It's not particularly attacking because it's lost its minor action, which it will get a chance to redo. So take 4 damage, subtract armor. So whatever your armor is, I believe it's 2.
My defense is 2, yes, sir.
Okay, yes. Then you're gonna take 2 damage, and as the thing gets close to you, it's not particularly, attacking with any sort of finesse, but it is going to spend some of these lovely action points that I have here now to just go ahead and take a target on yourself. And I believe I do that like this. And it's going to take an attack roll on you because it can. So, looking at the stats of the Yao Guai here, it hits like a motherfucker. Claws rolling. It hits.
That is a hit.
It's not great as it's 9 damage dice come flying.
Oh, just 9.
Boy. Oh boy. No.
It's
Yao
not
Guai.
good. It deals 5 damage, less your
10.
armor.
It says here damage 10 to rifleman, partially resisted, location head, critical injury. I'm
shouldn't be that
momentarily dazed and I lost my normal actions in my next turn, though I can spend action points. I
That
can't see clearly, and all my tests that rely on vision are 2 more difficult than normal.
no,
Oh,
it should not have dealt that much damage. It shouldn't have. The machine shouldn't have dealt that much damage. It rolled 6 damage die, and somehow it gave you 10 upon your partially restricting. So we're gonna make that accurate here in just 1 second. So it actually would have dealt 4 damage to you. That is significantly less than what was initially there. So I'm just gonna go ahead. You had how many before? So you had 6. There you go. That makes more sense. Don't know why that happened. We'll have to take a look at that and see exactly how that.
I don't mind that significantly. He just smacked my gong with a shotgun slug in the machine here.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it's just a little
Wasn't
thing,
good.
that's a little better for me.
I think I'm pretty sure, even with all the special things that this Yao Guai has, it should not have dealt that kind of a hit. So yeah, 6, because as far as I know, 6 minus 2 is 4, not 12. So that's weird. Either way, it rung your bell again, not particularly trying to do so, just kind of ran smack dab into you. But I did forget that it also did deal you some just concussion damage as well. So I mean, you're not doing great. You're about at half health.
Tell me about it.
That's going to need a chiropractor.
Hey, but that's going to be the end of the Yao Guai's turn, bringing it back to Yuri. What's the move, buddy?
Oh, I don't like any of this.
It's not great.
They're real close to one another, right?
They're like, yeah, pretty stupid close.
Would I be able to burn my minor action to get within firing range for the laser musket for it?
Oh yeah, you could. I'd say that you'd be able to move, to and about, sort of the corner there, charge it up, and take a shot. Easy.
Before I take off, I'm gonna say, Johhny, get him back through the wall. Idiot. And I'm going to run to that corner. I'm gonna take a knee, and I'm gonna fire my laser musket at it.
Please do let me select.
Because this thing don't like fire, right?
It do not like fire.
Unfortunately, it's my Institute pistol that does a bunch of fire, but I'm not going to shoot it because he's right next to it. So I'm just going to use my laser musket.
Sure.
Boop, boop, boop.
Oh my God!
Double 18. This up. So I put the laser musket in my mouth and pull the trigger.
Bye, Yuri.
Yeah, fair,
everybody. Okay,
fair enough.
That's my turn. I take a shot and I fucking whiff.
Yeah, you didn't do a great job. It is Johhny. What's the move?
Johnny's gonna run out into the corridor and kind of like grab Rifleman kind of under the. Is he? I assume he's like he got rocked, and I assuming he's kind of in a prone position. I'm gonna try and help him up, or what?
Yeah, you would. I'd say that you would be able to, move within. You would put yourself within striking distance of the Yao Guai. But again, this thing is for pulling back the curtain for all intents and purposes. This thing is fucking blinded and on the run. But you would be within thrashing distance when this thing activated again. But whether or not it knows you're there is a bit of a different question. So you could get to Rifleman right now for sure.
If nothing else, Johnny's gonna try and human shield him if he needs to. He feels like real bad that he's seen that happen, and he's gonna try and intervene or get him extricated from.
You could. Yeah, if you want to try to pull him onto the other side and get him back to where you guys are, because right now the Yao Guai is in between you two. I would say that would be a roll for sure. But if you just want to get to where you could get to where he is, and you could do an attack action as well. But if you want to try to pull him free of this thing's battle path as it's running back down the hallway, I'd say that it would probably be it's tight quarters. We'll say it's a difficulty 2. It would be again agility plus athletics.
Okay, actually that's not bad at all. So athletics is a tag skill, and my target number is a 10.
Okay.
So do we have any banked AP?
You don't have any banked AP, despite a bunch of critical rolls in this neck of the woods. They were critical rolls spent. They were critical rolls gained while spending action points. So you can't triple stamp a double stamp.
Okay.
You've got nothing in the pool, but you could give me one. And I think if you do that, it then allows you to then do your your daring nature.
Yes, I can reroll
if you fudge it up.
Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna buy an AP, and sorry, Rifleman, I'm not really being cognizant as to whether or not you yourself feel you are okay in your current position.
I don't.
I'm just kind of making a decision on your behalf right now that you need to not be where you are. And so I'm
nothing about this that is okay right now.
It's a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going in and doing it. It's hang on, buddy, I'm coming for you.
Love it. Roll it, baby.
Oh,
Those are bad rolls. Oh no, wait, you get so you rolled
Reroll.
3 there. You get to and then you get to reroll 1. So it's kind of gotta be a crit to work. But let's see. Unless you want to burn another action point. Oh my god.
Oh, that is a bunch
almost-
18.
it was almost a 2, which would have been a critical. Oh
I
my
am
god! I'm sorry.
so
I'm just like stumbling
sorry.
all over myself,
Okay.
giving away my position to the Yaguai that is blinded and wouldn't otherwise have known where I was.
It's these mistakes do
Mistakes
happen.
do happen,
Yeah.
guys.
Mistakes do
This is
happen.
not
Let me
the
just-
best one.
We are
Oh
up
my
to
God.
we're into the start of a new round. Rifleman, you just got your fucking bell rung by this Yaguai. It is all intents and purposes just bull in a china shopping through this fucking corridor. What do you do?
I'm gonna get back through that little crack in the wall, please. That's my singular focus.
Okay, I'm gonna have to make you roll it again. The athletics agility.
Agility, athletics. Before I do, I would like to buy another action point because I don't have the hit points to put up with any more of this nonsense. I'm not a
Sure.
young man anymore.
This is true. Please,
Oh,
God.
One fucking success. Although I'm gonna re-roll the 19
Okay.
because I have cautious nature and I bought a thing,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love how you guys get to both do that.
but it doesn't help at all.
It turns into an 18.
What is happening with these
Been upgraded.
18s?
God damn.
We're
I
playing
should
D&D.
have burned a luck, but I didn't think about it. Yeah. So does one success at least get my fucking head through the hole? Like, can I
Yep.
get away from this thing?
I'll say with that, you're not able to get through, but like, yeah,
Oh my
you're
God.
like you're fucking shook that you would get like in like your mid crack, if you will.
It's better than being full crack.
through it. It is better than being full crack. Getting sort of like right in betwixt the wall walkway here.
Where did
It
all
is-
this honey come from? Why am I covered in honey?
It is now the Yaoguai's turn, who continues its blind rampage back down through the hole, getting off the other side of it now. But before, of course, it makes its way through there, it does take its rambling, scrambling attacks through. Johhny, unfortunately, is going to take the target of this. His rifleman was able to get himself mostly out of harm's way, but let's just see what happens here with the Yaoguai, who's going to take a swing at Johhny. With this time around, yeah, let's go with the claws again. Man, this thing hits like a ton of bricks. Okay, that is hits. It rolls its damage die.
Oh, so many.
There was a point. It has vicious, so that might account for some of the damage output.
Yeah, that's what our
Um,
fans were saying.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Rifleman, in that case, you are much more shook than you
I'm
actually were.
curious if he knocked the fuck out right now.
I didn't see the vicious damage there. Yes, you have in fact then been injured. Johhny, you've also taken a good chunk of damage there on that one. In fact, it was a critical hit. Everybody's feeling not so great on your left arm. Has taken a critical injury as this thing continues its run down through the chambers.
Motherfucker! Ah,
Yeah.
God damn it, that hurt.
It continues its roar and its screams as, for all intents and purposes, combat has come to an end as this thing runs its way down through the pipes. A couple of things are going to happen here. Number one, because we're getting close to the end of the episode, and also not aiming to kill you off, but also if it wasn't for those lights coming on, this would have been a very different battle scenario. Your time here underground is going to be limited. The lights are on, which is a good side, which is a good thing. But you get the feeling that the longer you spend down here, the longer you're going to give the Yaoguai time to adjust to its new situation. It is gone for now, and the clock is ticking. Two of you beat the fuck up. What do you do? Timer starts.
Yuri is going to. I think it was my turn next with combat.
Yeah, combat has essentially ended. You've got a minute to metagame
Yuri's
outside.
gonna
Everybody's beat up.
Run to the corpses. He's going to run to the corpses and look for the locket
Okay.
that has been talked about.
I'm also going to yell at Yuri. I'm in my sort of like battle haze here, like still holding my head.
Yep.
Yuri, go kill it before it gets its dad.
Okay. Yuri doesn't know what to. No,
That's a weird sentence to say out loud.
That's a weird thing to say out loud. Yeah, Yuri's going to ignore that as confusion, concussion. I'm going to look for the locket.
Okay, sure.
I will say though, I have a plan. No, do not worry. Yeah, I'm going to go for the locket.
Okay. Yeah.
Pick up those mines if you can. Oh, it's your arm that's wounded, right? Never mind.
Yeah. I'd be like stumbling around them, holding my head. I can't see shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna get
Sure.
both of you out of here. That's fine. I'm
Sure.
going to get both of you out of here.
Yep, I'll say, yeah, Yuri, it's. I mean, it's just a pile of bones that have been here for probably like a good minute. Longer than the 5 years than it's been that you know, you've seen some. You're a medic. You know that these bodies have probably been dead for like the better part of a decade. I'll give you this. You can. It's easy enough to sort of rummage through the corpses and around this full on bleached sort of skeleton situation. Find said locket. I'll make it a difficulty 0 test if you want to go for it. And any successes you may yield additional loot. Or you can just grab the thing and get the fuck out of Dodge. Your call.
What is the test? It's a.
Oh, sorry. It's going to be a what I guess it would be a survival perception chest, like a straight up like looting type.
I'll fucking do that all day long.
Sure. Okay. So we know we've had really good luck with the rolls this episode. Actually, that's pretty good. Yeah. Not bad. Okay. Look at that. You even guys, you guys finally got an action point in your pool. Look at that.
Hey.
That ain't
Stick
not
that in your
bad.
cap.
Put that in your fife and smoke it. You've got the locket, which is good. Well, at least one half of the things you went down here to look for have been found. What do you do? Talk to me, gang.
What do you guys do? I've done my thing.
Grant is just I'm gonna like stumble over to Johhny, knowing vaguely aware that Johhny was trying to help me before, and like it's sort of like 2 wounded soldiers like trying to see where the other one got hit. Like you bit, and I'm just like I'm like sort of checking his arm, and like half my face is caved in, and I'm like just like a bear paw bruise over my entire head.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'm not
You
really a
kinda
big
like-
medic guy, but I'm just like I'm gonna see if there's anything obvious about Johhny that I can do to help him.
Yeah, I'd say more thematical than mechanical at this stage. I don't think you're in necessarily a position to be doing much much of anything.
No, I'm messed up.
So there was where's that room where there was all those vault techie crates. Was there anything else vault techie that's like in our immediate region that could be?
So glad that you asked. Yeah, doing a quick scan around the room, coming back into the main sort of hub here, and yeah, I'll say easy enough. I mean, you're injured, but I mean, you knew where the mines are, and you can easily enough, push the big red button on it to turn it off. So yeah, we'll say that you're able to get your mine inventory back from. It's gone down from 4 to 3 after all of that hullabaloo.
Oh, I'm gonna need those. We're gonna make sure that
Johnny's got the 2 of them in his inventory, and you still got the one. For all intents and purposes, you've got those mines back. Well, I won't make you fuck around with it too much. But in fact, whilst Grant is sort of stumbling, bumbling around like you bit, he leans up against what appears to be an old. You can tell that it's part of this whole sort of conduit system that's sort of relaying these electronics and these electric signals back and forth. And again, you sort of recognize this as as you know, you would have seen these in pretty much every room in the vault, part of like an intranet, if you will, a closed circuit system of relaying information, data packets, and the like. And you recognize it as a terminal, a PoseidoNet terminal, which is a Fallout-y in-game internet intranet system. And sure enough, it has a port on it, which you see is all too familiar as the receiving end of your Pip-Boy's USB port, for all intents and purposes. The big weird thing that the Pip-Boy can plug into.
Let's jack into the matrix there, bud.
Plug into the mainframe. You do just that. This holotape that you've had that you got from Trader Joe's, when you first booted it up, it was sort of, data corrupted, 403 not found, going dad not found in this thing, and it gave you a couple locations. Many of them were way out of the scope of what we as a role-playing game would ever be able to actually engage with, other than where you are now currently standing. And your Pip-Boy is now just like beep, 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 like going off like metal detector style. Plugging in to this mainframe, the corrupted data on your holotape becomes suddenly very much not corrupted anymore, and you see that this tape, which from long ago would have been came to Trader Joe from the old renegade dusty vault dweller you ran into way back at the Altona Hotel, J.D. Holiday. Plugged in, this tape now is booting up, and as this light now gets brighter, burning blue, you can see that it's now downloading data into your Pip-Boy. And as these sort of corrupted glyphs and figures sort of meld their way, coming into a proper holotape that you're able to now sort of look at and decipher, you see that it comes down, a data packet has been downloaded, and you can see its progress bar go through as it says PoseidoNet, Global Positioning System, Target, Brain Project. What? And at that point, all sort of lights drop, and then it comes back up, and you have a single waypoint marker now, whereas before you had tons and tons and tons. Now there's just one, and you sort of scroll out on the dials of your Pip-Boy trying to get a location on this thing. And as you pull back further and further and further, and you've got no geographical location for it other than a direction. And that direction is pointing east. We've got 4 more minutes. Is there anything else you guys want to do in this cave?
Yeah. Yuri
okay.
wants to do something.
Sure. What do y'all want to do? Johhny, you have just been granted quest achievement. The home on the brain. It's a home on the range.
On the brain.
It's a
home on the brain.
Home on the range twist. I gotta start thinking of these quest names before it.
We're massaging it. We're
getting there. Home on the brain. That's bad. I liked it better before. Has now been added to your quest. Investigate the mysterious Brain Project beacon. Anyone wanting to know exactly what the Brain Project may be, go back and check out way back when our Fistful of Neutron Origins mini series and the Johhny bottle cap episode in particular. But Yuri, what do you do, buddy?
Yeah, I need them to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, easy enough. If you guys are just trying to leave,
that terminal.
You would like the terminal.
I would like the terminal.
It's a very large, like, think of like a fucking Deep Blue type, chess computer.
But I'm really
it is not portable.
Oh, no. I want to be on this terminal.
Oh, you don't want to take it with you?
No. I'm not taking it with me.
That makes way more sense. If they said, I want that terminal, I was like,
want
okay,
it.
well,
No, I need to get on the terminal because
Yes.
if there's, I've got the locket, we've got the data.
sure.
I'm really good at science,
What are you trying to
and
figure out?
and there are generators here, right?
Somewhere deep down below.
Oh, smart.
Oh,
Definitely want to start a generator fire. I want to Chernobyl this motherfucker.
Auto
We
destruct.
didn't start the fire.
Auto destruct sequence.
Curious.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yuri's gonna inject the warp core on this fucking
Wow.
thing.
okay.
That was the first wave of shit that's down here. I want to start a fire. I wanna
Yuri started the
overload
fire. Okay, this is really, really, really fun. I like it. You've already plugged in, but we haven't. But I mean, that was just a Vault-Tec on Vault-Tec crime, if you will, just plug it into the USB port. Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna make you roll for it because that's what we do.
Yeah, of course you're gonna make me roll
Yeah,
for it.
So yeah, you're able to, without it, let's say for fun's sake, Johhny,
Well, I've got hacker as well.
Yeah,
like
you're
I'm
good at
master
this.
science.
As Johhny is helping Rifleman out towards the entrance, Yuri, you get up to this thing. You don't have the advantage of being plugged into the Pip-Boy of it anymore. So I'll say it's going to be a difficulty. You're trying to do something really cool and I want it to happen, but I also don't want to be that kind of DM. So I'm going to say it's going to be a difficulty 3 test.
Okay, they're
What do you
already
mean?
out. It's
No,
just
but no,
me, baby.
But now you've got all kinds of shit though, right? You've got, was it hacker? What does that do?
Hacker, if it's a difficulty 3 test, it is now a difficulty 2 test.
Okay, that's pretty awesome. You've got the lab coat, which lets you re-roll
Reroll 1 int.
one die on an int test. And what is your target number for a hacking computer test?
That would be science plus intelligence. So that's a big old 15.
That's pretty fucking good. Okay,
Ooh,
all right,
yeah.
do it.
Okay, so
Do you want to buy anything?
15 target 2, and I get to reroll 1 if I fuck up.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Oh, baby! That's 3 successes.
That's
Oh
a-
my
That's
God.
a crit success
Very good.
and a regular success.
Okay.
Hey.
I like it. Okay, let's do this.
So I just I find
How do you wanna do
where the generators are, and I
Yeah.
purposely start to overload them.
Sure.
And you explode them in a cascade, so they're going
Yeah,
in
a
the direction.
cascading
Yeah,
effect
absolutely.
yeah.
from the
You-
deepest parts all the way up to where we are. And I say, we've got about 30 seconds to get the fuck out of here.
If that, you start hacking deftly into this thing, and there are parts of your own history and past which come back to you. For some reason, you are very familiar with a PoseidoNet terminal
I'm
and
super
computer,
familiar with this shit.
and you're very deftly somehow familiar with sabotage and subterfuge of the electronic and computery kind.
Yeah.
Weird for a caravaner, huh?
He's
Yeah,
catching me.
you would think.
Yeah,
He's
you
catching
start
me.
you start hacking, you start going through, and you hit a fusion override, let's say, button. You eject the fucking warp core, and it's not long after that. In fact, it's the second you push it, you hear the first of a series of dull, getting closer and closer and closer. Whatever was happening down here is not happening anymore. About halfway through this series of explosions, as you make your way to the door, you hear a very familiar that suddenly stops. And then the explosions continue. You make your way, cool guys don't look at explosions, through the fucking door, as the 3 of you, some more hobbling than not, make your way outside of the mine shaft into just a fucking gorgeous, picturesque late fall day here in the Colorado Rockies. And as you make your way, still running, as you make your way outside, suddenly a plume of dust and debris like you've never seen come shooting out the entrance of the mine shaft. And the mine shaft door itself goes flying off its fucking hinges before the entranceway collapse in upon itself. You've solved my albino subterranean Yaoguai puzzle. Fucking barely. There's time for one really cool line if anyone wants to try their hand at it.
Johhny,
I ain't going the fuck back in there again.
No.
We're back in the car again, as that's going to bring us to the end of our episode. The side quest has been completed by the skin of your teeth. Some would say you barely passed. Oh,
Barely passed.
I had to get one.
I
in there
don't mind it.
at the end. I don't mind it. Oh, with explosive results. 1812 overture, 100%, Yuri. Everybody, thank you so much for watching another super fun episode. Wanted to do something a little bit different in this one and try our hands at some proper one-shotty side quests, which are still built into the story of this game. We are having such a fun time. It was unbearable. Thank you, Escorpi, I Scorp. That was a lot of fun. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We've only got a couple of these left before what will potentially be a climactic climax. Don't like how I said those words together. Of this first season, and we will therefore be back very shortly afterwards. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure, if you haven't already, donate to our Fallout for Hope charity stream. It was so awesome. The mysterious donor struck again and put us over the top of our current goal. So much appreciated to everyone out there. If you know anyone who is looking for a way, I know it's not in the news a lot lately because that's the way the news cycle goes, and I can throw shade at the media because I spend 40 hours a week working for a news organization, so I know how it goes. The Ukraine situation isn't in the news anymore, but that doesn't mean that it's not still a problem. And we're just out here holding our little fucking candle out in the wind, trying to do our best. So if you know anyone who wants to help, can make a donation, please consider sending them the link and sending them our way, because we're always looking to talk to new people and we're always looking to help out. So do what you can when you can. That's all what we're here for. Make sure you follow the links as well. I'll put the link to the Nuka-Cola gaming chair giveaway in the live stream again here. So you folks, if you haven't already, please go and enter in on that and get to know a little bit about what the Fallout for Hope team are doing for Alzheimer's research with acclaimed voice actor Wes Johnson, who plays my favorite Fallout companion of all time, maybe next to Eddie, Fox, the super mutant from Fallout 3. So without further ado, we will let you all get back to your Friday nights. TGIF. Thank God it's Fallout. We will be back in 2 weeks, which puts it at, what's that? The 17th. 17th, we'll be coming back for another live show and another live stream. I think depending on how the gang wants to do this, we've again got maybe 2 to 3 more sessions in the tank of this season, and then we are going to do our Fistful of Neutrons nights after show, where we'll get you folks to send us some questions, put some questions in a live chat, and we'll just all get together for one big stitch and bitch.
I'm actually crazy excited for that. I'm
super excited
for that.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys and gals and everyone else will be sticking around for that, because we're really excited to pull back the curtain a little bit, because I've had lots of folks reaching out to us talking about what software we're using, how we write the episodes and that stuff and all that kind of stuff. And here's the fun part: sometimes we don't, and shit just happens. This episode in particular was a bit of a wing it in a lot of different ways, but I had a lot of fun with this one. So we will be back in 2 weeks time. Enter the giveaways, like the things, fucking smash that subscribe button, and all the stupid YouTube bullshit. But we love you all so much for watching. We'll be back.
Thank you so much, guys. Love you so much.
For episode 20. We're hitting those venti marks. We shall return. Thank you all, and until next time we meet again. Stay frosty out there, Wastelanders. Adios.
Thank you so much for watching Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching, Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching, Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching, Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching, Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching, Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching, Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching, Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching, Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching, Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, WGNR will be back. Thank you so much for watching, Wastelanders, and if you liked this video, then please subscribe to WGNR on YouTube and consider heading over to my Patreon and Streamlabs pages. On Patreon, you can get exclusive rewards, including video shoutouts, access to polls which will help guide future WGNR content, and you can even become immortalized as a named character in a future WGNR video. If monthly donations aren't in your budget, then Streamlabs might be the way for you. There you can get some cool WGNR merchandise and make a one-time donation to help keep the channel alive. Your donations mean that I can make more content more often and continue to expand the type of programming that you get to watch on WGNR. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time,